How's it gangin' dudes and dudettes? My name is Sean and welcome back to my channel, and we're going to take a little bit of a break from poking fun at the mainstream media today, and I wanted to have a little throwback so we can kind of take a look back and appreciate just how open and honest of a person Andrew Yang is. Remember that moment when he destroyed Fox News, exposing and correcting their own lies, and gets a huge applause from the audience? Oh, it was great. So it's gonna be a little throwback. I've had this video on my channel before, but I do want to just kind of, enjoy some of the older, stuff that Andrew Yang really brought together the country. It was such a great thing. And then we have another clip where he tears up talking to Larry Lessig. So I'm going to get out of your guys' way so you guys can enjoy my old clips. So I'm going to have some old commentary there too. So I hope you guys enjoy that, you know what I'm saying? So don't forget, we got Patreon, Discord, Twitter, merch, all links are in the description below. Tomorrow I might have that story about those milkers on Bernie, the people poured the milk on, Bernie got quit letting people do that. And then people are freaking out about Mike Bloomberg, man. So I might have some of those stories coming up tomorrow. So stay tuned, guys. I love you, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Before we roll the clip, I just want you to pay close attention to this guy right here. I can't remember his name. They'll probably have it on screen, but whatever. Just pay close attention to him. Andrew Yang almost wins them all over, and this guy, remembers. Wait, we're Fox News. The talking points, right? And just okay. Let's go ahead and roll the clip. I think you'll enjoy.
Are you really this happy to be up this early? Okay. Well, thanks so much, guys. As the 2020 election looms closer, we're getting a better idea of the candidates' policy proposals. For example,
the American people want, and we are going to deliver, a Medicare for all single-payer system.
I want to put a wealth tax in place.
In my plan, the Freedom Dividend, every American adult would receive $1,000 a month, free and clear, no questions asked, from day one.
Okay, now that last guy, that's interesting. We want to hear more about it. And look who's on the couch, one of those presidential candidates, Andrew Yang. Andrew, good to have you.
Hey, everyone.
When we aired those sound bites and we came to yours, people in the audience were laughing. It sounds great, $12,000 a year for every adult. But how are you going to pay for that?
Yeah, so you have to look up who are going to be the biggest winners from artificial intelligence and self-driving cars and trucks and new technologies. It's going to be Amazon, Google, Facebook, Uber, which just filed its documents to go public.
Right.
And the American people are going to see very, very little of the gains from that innovation. We all saw that Amazon paid literally zero in federal taxes last year.
Are we going to work there?
Well, of course, some people are going to work there, but most of us are not going to work there.
Yeah.
And the truth is, if you're in Amazon, like you said, Steve, if you go to an Amazon fulfillment center, it's more robots than people. And if you talk to anyone on Amazon, that is very much the plan.
So your book, The War on Normal People, talks about how people are being replaced by automation and changing technologies and things like that. But people are still going to need money, and so you're suggesting a universal basic income. But Andrew, there have been experiments in other parts of the United States and in other parts of the world where it just hasn't worked.
Well, you don't even need to look across the globe. All you have to do is look at Alaska, which has had a petroleum dividend for almost 40 years, and it's wildly popular, has created thousands of jobs,
because
has
they
improved
live
children's
there.
health. And this was passed by a Republican governor. He said, look, who would you rather get the money? The government, who's just going to mess it up somehow, or you, the Alaskan people? And the Alaskan people said us, and now everyone's very, very thrilled about it.
Explain how the dividend works.
Yeah, so the way the petroleum dividend works is they put aside the oil money and they said, look, whatever profits come out from the pipeline, then it goes to the Alaskan people. So everyone in Alaska is getting between $1,000 and $2,000 a year, no questions asked. We need to do the same thing with technology and the new innovations in our economy. We can create a lot of wealth, but the question is right now, who's going to see that wealth? It is not going to be most Americans. It's going to be people who happen to be shareholders in these companies.
Andrew, who gave you something in life? Who gave you something for free in life? Are you a self-made success story?
Well,
why are you robbing other people their ability to be a self-made success story?
Well, the first people I thought of was my parents. I'm the son of immigrants. My parents came to this country to create a better life for me and my brother. And my father generated 69 U.S. patents for GE and IBM. I love this country. I believe this country has been the exemplar of innovation and success over the last number of decades. But we have to face facts about the fact that our economy is evolving in ways that's pushing more and more Americans to the sidelines. And then telling those Americans that are going to push to the sidelines, like, hey, like, you can be a multimillionaire success story too, while Amazon's making 30% of the stores in their town close, does not seem to me to be an honest exchange.
Your heart's in the right place. 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 James has a question. James, where are you?
All right.
All right, James, what's your question for Andrew?
It's about the Electoral College. Recently, we've been hearing more calls to eliminate it, and we heard during George Bush's election and recently during President Trump's. Why do people seem to think it's a good idea to let New York and California decide the election and ignore the rest of the country?
All right, James.
And he says that in New York. Andrew, what do you think?
I agree with the questioner that getting rid of the Electoral College to me is like, I don't even know why we're talking about it, in the sense that it's been part of our laws for decades. It would require a constitutional amendment to change the Electoral College, which is good luck with that. But to your point, do we really want presidential candidates just campaigning in major media markets in big cities and overlooking the rest of the country? I mean, the constitutional framers were very wise. And I will say, as a Democrat, it's very, very bad form to look like you're trying to change the rules when you've been losing by rules that everyone's been agreeing upon for decades.
Right.
Okay, I think Ann has a question for you. Where is Ann?
Ann?
Where is
Right
Ann?
over there.
There's Ann in the back.
All right. What's your question?
My question is, a lot of the Democrats are running on fixing what's wrong with America, and I know jobs are up. I don't think popular belief of, because everybody has two jobs, that's why unemployment is low. I think people, myself, probably many people in this room, are bringing home more money in their paycheck. And you just said your parents were immigrants. Well, I don't think they came to the country and sat back and said, okay, now take care of me. They went out and worked for what they had. And I always grew up that if you worked hard, you could have whatever you want. So what exactly are you planning to fix in America?
Yes. So you can look at different sets of numbers and statistics, but the fact is 78% of Americans say they're living paycheck to paycheck, 57% say they can't afford an unexpected $500 bill, and 94% of the new jobs created since 2005 have been temporary gig or contract work, much of which does not include health insurance or other benefits. So if we put $1,000 a month in the hands of everyday Americans, you're going to spend it in your local communities. You're going to create 2 million new jobs. It's going to go right into your Main Street economies, and we're all going to be better off for it.
Okay. Thank you very much for the questions. His book is now available in paperback. It's called The War on Normal People. Andrew Yang, thank you very much for joining us. Let's hope.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Thanks so much, Andrew. Best of luck.
All right. Meanwhile, there is
We're pouring water into a bathtub that has a giant hole ripped in the bottom.
Hey guys, once again, my name is Sean. Welcome back to the channel, and I have another clip for you guys today, and this clip is a little bit different. A lot of times we see Yang just, very nicely, in a very nice way, correcting a bunch of people, right? Well, this time he's with Larry Lessig, and people all the time in the comment section want to say, like, I don't trust him, or how do you know he's being truthful, or anything like that. Like, when's the last time you seen a real politician tear up in a genuine fashion at genuine questions about being genuinely motivated for what he's doing? When's the last time that's happened? I mean, when you see Rachel Maddow, she's not really a politician, but she's over here crying about, Russia and stuff like that. But like, this guy really is, like, he's tearing up over some real issues that he really wants to fix. So I'm get off here real quick so you guys can see this clip. And I'll catch you on the other side. So let's go ahead and roll that.
This is a really important point. We don't have Washington filled with a bunch of criminals. Members of Congress are not bad people. All of them go to Congress, I think, whether you agree with their policies or not, for the right reasons. They're all trying to do good. But then they find themselves in the middle of the system that forces them, if they're going to survive, to behave like this. And so I think one really important thing is to stop vilifying people as if they're evil people and just take on the system, which I think is the interesting perspective somebody like an entrepreneur brings to this type of question. Because you look at problems and you think, what's the twist that might make this problem go away?
Yes, and I will say that I think you all, if you're here, you're thinking in these same terms. You're looking up and you're seeing that there's something twisted and messed up and imperfect about various processes, certainly campaign finance. And it's very tempting to then demonize people on the other end of it. And sometimes, they're doing really unsavory things. But what we have to do is we have to focus on fixing the system that is distorting and dehumanizing various people, turning them into economic actors very, very often. That is the mission that we all must be on. You all have this almost sacred trust to try and safeguard the rest of the country from this broken down system that is on the verge of pushing us off this precipice, after which there will be no coming back. And you can all feel it. Like, we're all heading in that direction. That's why I'm running for president. I'm not running for president because I fantasized about ever being president. I'm running for president because I'm an American and I'm a parent, and I can see the country we will leave to our children. And it is not something that I'm willing to accept.